Hey ladies, thanks for being here today. Today we are going to discuss all the things that you never want to discuss, that either you're too shy to ask your practitioner about or discuss with your girlfriends, or you think it's just you going through this when it comes to peri and postmenopause, and it's not. And I am going to talk about all of it, the nitty gritty when it comes to symptoms of peri and postmenopause and the things that you're probably too shy to ask, which me talking about it here is helping to break down that barrier, break down that wall, understand that the things that you're feeling and going through are completely common and normal when it comes to these hormonal shifts. And there are things that you can do for them to make yourself feel better. So let's get into it. First up on the docket are UTIs, urinary tract infections. These are incredibly common and happen a lot to a lot of women going through peri and postmenopause. We have a lot of changes to the vaginal tissue as estrogen is starting to decline and progesterone is starting to decline. In the early stages of perimenopause, we actually have low progesterone and higher levels of estrogen. And then as you move into the later phases of perimenopause, you're both at a deficit of estrogen and progesterone. And estrogen touches so many, almost every tissue in a woman's body. It has some sort of function in these women, in our tissues of our body. And one of them being like vaginal walls, the strength of your vaginal walls, the integrity of the vaginal walls. And as this starts to decline, this sets us up for having more bacteria in the area because it's not functioning as well or as efficient as it used to, and it's completely common. Now, UTIs are a serious pain in the ass, and they're painful, and they're irritating, and they're aggravating, and they're just uncomfortable. They're so uncomfortable. One of the things that you can do to improve this symptom is start using a vaginal estrogen cream. You can get this from your doctor. You can also get a vaginal DHEA cream. I'll put one right here that you can do, that you could start off with and try. And applying this cream to the vaginal region helps with, again, the integrity of the tissue down there, which can help to reduce urinary tract infections. If you are worried about estrogen and taking estrogen and your risks of cancer, one, I highly recommend you read some of these books right here and you dig a little bit deeper into breast cancer, uterine cancer, the types of female cancers that are associated with hormone therapy, and do your due diligence in understanding that the risk for the average woman is relatively low. It's very low, actually. But aside from that, estrogen cream applied to the vaginal area does not go systemic, meaning it does not go into your body like taking an oral estrogen or using an estrogen patch. Those are systemic estrogens. This one stays localized to the area, so your risk is even lower with applying an estrogen cream to the vagina than one that you would apply to your arm. So if you're miserable, if you're consistently suffering from UTIs, this is a good option for you to at least look into, discuss with your doctor, and see if it is an option for you, because suffering from UTIs regularly is it's miserable. Second is just vaginal dryness that occurs. Again, this is due to lack of estrogen to the area. The tissue, like other muscle tissue in the body that start to decline after the age of 35 and 40, the same thing happens to the vagina. And so the lack of integrity to the tissues down there really starts to affect a woman on many levels. As I said, the UTIs, the vaginal dryness, and we're getting ready to get into one more topic that comes with it. So again, estrogen cream is something that I would recommend for this, or a vaginal DHEA cream, again, to help with the dryness down there. That dryness can be contributing to the UTIs. It's definitely painful during sex and making you not want to have sex if you're constantly dry and in pain. The other thing is using a good lubricant for sexual activity can go a very long way. There is nothing to be ashamed about when it comes to using lubricants. I'm going to put her up right here. This is Dr. Emily. She is a fantastic doctor about sex education. I put a lot of my clients on her. She has a lot of really good information out there. One of the pieces of information being that lubricant can actually add to an orgasm for a woman. So no matter what age you are, having that lubricant can actually stimulate you more. So there's nothing to be ashamed about by having to use that for sexual activity or incorporating it into your regimen of whatever that may be. It can actually make it so much better. And utilizing these tools as women is, use them. Don't be shy. Don't be embarrassed about it. These are, like I said, every woman over the age of 40 is going through this and is experiencing it on some level. So we're all in here together, and the more we talk about it and bring it to the surface, the more resources that are going to become available, the more money that is going to be spent on education for menopausal women. It's only going to help us in the future, our daughters, women after us. So don't be shy. Let's talk about this stuff. Next is libido. Libido drops, okay? One, libido drops again due to the decline of estrogen and progesterone. But libido also drops because our anxiety goes high. Depression becomes a factor in perimenopause. We are typically, we're 40 and beyond, so we are probably pretty advanced in our careers, or we're taking care of a ton of kids, running them here and there. Like, we are busy women at this point. Then you're adding in perimenopause and postmenopause to it. It's just this perfect whirlwind of don't touch me, leave me alone. I just want to lay in this bed. I have no sexual desire whatsoever. I just need to be like, ugh. And I get that. I am the same way. But also there comes a time where I would like to have a bit of a higher libido, and I would like to feel better. And it's not just about like having sex. It's just about the feeling like sexual again, or feeling, sexy as a woman, and all of those things that you like to feel, and good in your skin, and like all of that kind of stuff. It all kind of gets diminished as we're moving through this peri and postmenopause. It's almost like we just kind of get beaten down and worn out. So something that you can look at, I'll put it up here. There are 2 different medications you can look into. I will link both of them below in the description, but this is the one I'm going to speak specifically to today. This is one that I personally take and have seen a difference with this as well in helping to improve libido. It also will help with the vaginal walls and the integrity of the tissues in the vagina to make just everything much more enjoyable down there. Another option that actually can help to stimulate libido is THC, ladies. Now out on the market in my region, and I think almost anywhere, it's been anywhere I've traveled, you can go to a liquor store and you can find like a THC section inside your liquor store and find these nice drinks with the THC and a little bit of CBD, and that can stimulate libido as well. So if you don't want to go with a medication and you would like to try an alternative, I would recommend these as well. I know it's still kind of taboo to talk about, which I think is absolutely insane. We can push alcohol like no other, and alcohol increases your chances of breast cancer way more than hormone therapy does, but we keep cranking down alcohol. Side note, and if you can't tell, that doesn't bother me at all. But anyways, and THC is so taboo when THC is actually shown to improve vasomotor symptoms that are associated with menopause, hot flashes, vaginal dryness, vaginal irritation. These types of things, THC is actually shown to improve these. So if you can have a nice drink, you can get that relaxing feeling at the end of the evening that you maybe would normally turn to a glass of wine or something like that at the end of the evening, actually get some health benefits from the drink that you're having, feel better, relax, and it'll stimulate libido for you. It's like a win-win. It's like a no-brainer, right? So, it's an option and to put it out there. I don't drink alcohol because 1, it causes cancer. 2, I don't like the way that I feel on it, especially as I've aged. I don't metabolize it well. Most women over the age of 40 don't metabolize it well. And it's just not worth it to me to feel like that. But I would like to every now and then sit out on the back patio, open up a can of something that's nice and tasteful and light and refreshing, and just mellow out a little bit. I am on the go myself. I have my own business here. I'm getting ready to open my own pickleball facility in the area as well. I have a 5-year-old daughter. Like, we have a lot going on. So just every once in a while, it is nice to just, right, and be like that. So looking to these drinks, I think, is a great alternative for a lot of women, especially in peri and postmenopause. Okay, that's all things vagina when it comes to peri and postmenopause. I hope this was helpful. I hope this will encourage you to at least have a discussion with your doctor or look into some of these products that I've talked about to improve your vagina and how it feels and the symptoms that you're having, and just feel better. Like, menopause does not have to be a bad thing by any means. I'm 46, I'm in the trenches of perimenopause, and I'm taking all the steps to keep it from kicking my butt, basically. You know, I take adaptogens to help with my symptoms. I am on progesterone. I am on the vaginal medication, and I do drink the THC drinks. And this combination is working really well for me. I feel fantastic. My symptoms are very, very minimal, and this is what's working right now. Now, will this work, a year from now? I don't know. Menopause changes over time as the hormones continue to decline, but for now, this is what's working. So, I'm just here to be an advocate for you to reach out, look into things. You don't have to suffer. You don't have to feel like hell. You don't have to go to the doctor and just get put on an antidepressant. There are options and alternatives for you out there. Thank you for being here or watching this video today. Please comment below if this was helpful, or if you found other things that have worked for you. We could all benefit from sharing with each other and helping other women understand it's common, it's regular, it's gonna happen, and we have options to deal with it. So thanks again. See you later.